Yeah, that does sound fun. Hey, Deidre, welcome.
Thank you
Hello,
for the gracious enough.
Sparkles.
What's going on?
I just decided to start a great debate hangout
Don't lie. He
thingy.
was drunk and got bored. Don't lie.
So what's that?
I was just saying drunk and bored. Same thing. That's
Yeah,
great. Like drunk slash bored.
I'm a bit wasted. Well, I'm getting there. Okay, not
Yeah,
exactly
but
there
I want
yet.
my mug. I just want to feel loved. That's all. I don't care. I don't care if I don't say anything. As long as I feel loved at this point.
Baby, don't hurt me no more.
No more. Right, you know what I need? More fucking caffeine. The vodka's taken over the whole caffeine. Oh my god, I didn't even take any
I
pill.
had coffee beer for the first time last night. That was weird.
Mm,
Coffee beer?
Yeah, it was weird.
wow. I forgot. I was having my breakfast and forgot to take my tablet. I just noticed it and then took it. That's not going to work out too well. But
Your
anyway.
tablet?
Yeah, I take medication every day to thin my blood.
It's the ADD medication.
It's that, oh my god, I got some disease.
Did I tell you that I did take my friend who has ADHD made me take this legit, like it's an actual ADHD, do you have ADHD kind of test? And it did ADD and ADHD, which are two different things, and I came out as ADHD.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
I thought it was hilarious.
everybody comes out as ADHD. It's called
Oh, okay.
hyperactivity. Like seriously, in like the 80s and 90s, when you were a child that was like a bit mental, it was called hyperactivity. The solution was stop giving your kids sugary drinks. Now we give them sugary drinks and go, oh, it's called ADHD. No, it's not. It's called stop giving your kids lots of sugar. That's what the problem is. And adults think they've got it now. They've just burnt it into their own brains. Well, I'm ADHD. No, you're
No,
just a fucking idiot.
I don't know about that. I do think it's a thing. I was probably overdiagnosed. I just thought it was funny. She's
Way
convinced that I do
overdiagnosed.
because I flip subjects so much, but
I'm convinced. I'm convinced Jesus is real. Doesn't make it real.
I'm like,
Did
okay, so
you get that joke? No. Yes. No.
I sigh. Oh man, I think ADHD is a thing. It's
Yeah,
just
it's a
that
thing
it's
that is.
just might be overdiagnosed.
It is. We diagnose people like PTSD, post traumatic war syndrome. It sounds mental and very academic or whatever. It's
No, that's
basically
a real
what
thing
happens when
too.
you shoot someone in the face. It's not special. We didn't subscribe that to people from like World War I and World War II. Do you know
Well, it used
what
to be
it
called
is?
shell shock back in the days and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
shell shock. Yeah. Well, shell shock would be the same terminology, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's basically the same shit. It's like if you kill people in the
Before
face,
that, it was called battle fatigue.
all that,
Hmm.
yeah, all that. You know, there's lots of different.
But it's a
Okay,
real thing. Like
yeah,
to say that
I'm not
it's
denying it.
not would be awfully
No, I'm not denying it.
ridiculous.
I just think, okay, war syndrome and all that stuff. That's different than you having too much sugar in your system and making you hyperactive. No one ever
No.
mentions the word hyperactivity anymore. That's exactly what you are. If you have too much sugar in your system as a young child, you are hyperactive.
Yeah. No,
Now,
I.
it's an American thing. ADHD. Well, no, it's hyperactive. You can't sit down for one reason. You've got too much energy in your little body. That's because your mother keeps giving you fucking soft
It's
drinks with like
it.
20 tablespoons of sugar.
Yeah, it depends on the person. It really does. It depends on the person.
No, it doesn't. If I
My
put
cousin
if I put
had
if
ridiculous behavior issues, off the chain behavior issues,
no,
and his brothers were fine, and he
if you
didn't
put
have
20
crazy sugar or anything like that.
listen,
So like,
if you put 20 tablespoons of sugar in anyone's diet, they're gonna
I'm
see.
telling you, Sty, you can give the kids the same diet, and there are some kids that do have issues which are extremely noticeable. I'd give you the yes, maybe it's overdiagnosed and people are quick to drug, yes, but I would say that there are some people that really do have
Yeah,
ADHD.
well, no, they don't have ADHD. They just have issues
Because
that
it's
relate to.
okay, stop. All that means is that your brain is working in a non-typical way. That's all that means.
No, it's not. It's just doing things that we don't attribute
Oh
to
my
diet.
god.
That's all. I mean, if someone's got like a psychological problem, how do you discern between a psychological
Actually,
problem?
it's not a psychological problem. It
Well, what
would
the fuck
actually
is it
be.
then? Let's-
It's not psychological in the same way that anxiety or depression would be.
They
It
are
would be actually more
psychological. I'm sorry.
behavioral, like autism, or
No,
behavioral,
no,
like
that's-
dyslexia.
No. I'm sorry.
It would be in a different. It would be
No,
that it would be
anxiety-
more about your brain functioning in a different way.
Anxiety is related
Well,
to serotonin levels.
Depression.
You do know that, right?
I mean, you said it's not like depression in that way, but depression also is
Is.
attributed to a chemical imbalance in the
I
brain.
understand
Yeah,
that.
it's
I understand
serotonin
that, but
levels.
I'm trying to say that one might be more about neural pathways.
No, I'm sorry. You're speaking to someone who's suffered with anxiety the best part of 18 years. So don't try and tell me what is and what isn't.
That anxiety
I
is
know what it
chemistry,
is.
and the other one might be neural pathways. Are you kidding me?
But
No.
it's kind of the same thing. I mean, it's all material, right?
Neural pathways are chemical imbalances.
You're also talking to somebody that has had an anxiety disorder, so.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
I'm just telling you I'm telling you the scientific understanding of it. When you're
And I
saying neural
don't think you saying it's just sugar is very scientific, Sizer.
I never. That's got nothing to do with being anxiety. No, don't confuse the two fucking conversations here. I never suggested sugar's got anything to do with anxiety because it hasn't. It's just no. When you have anxiety
Oh
attacks,
no,
it normally
anxiety
relates
is
to-
not real. It's just caffeine, Sty. It's just
no.
caffeine. If parents
If you
give
want
their
to be a
kids
fucking
less
assman,
caffeine,
if you want to be an
you
assman,
give your kids less caffeine, you'd have less
I'm gonna be an
anxiety.
assman. It's not.
I'm showing you what you
guys.
did earlier. I'm showing you what you did earlier.
Okay, guys, chill
I'm
out,
showing you what you just did earlier.
chill out. Take some Adderall, everybody. Take some
Yeah,
Adderall.
exactly. Take some
Adderall is not
change
what
your
I
neural-
need.
Change your neural net ways. Come on. I mean,
Anyone want some
if you're gonna
Xanax?
talk,
Anyone?
if you're gonna talk science, at least talk science. Don't just spout
No,
shit out like it's
you're
ridiculous.
You're running around saying
Running
it's
around
just
saying
sugar.
what?
Just
No, it's got
sugar.
nothing to do with anxiety. I never made that claim. You're
No,
saying
with
I made that
ADHD,
claim.
with ADHD, you just said it's just sugar, and
I
with
never
anxiety
said
because it's your
anything
pet
relating to
problem.
ADHD.
It,
I
that
never
is
said-
different.
I never said anything to do with sugar, to do with ADHD.
Yes, you
to do with
did.
anxiety.
You
No,
did.
it didn't.
Gosh, I feel like I'm being
Not
gaslit.
with anxiety. Sugar's got nothing to do with anxiety.
Guys,
Gaslight.
hold on.
No, I never even
Seth
said
wants to say
or
something.
made that claim. As someone who suffers
Oh,
from
I
anxiety,
don't.
that's
I
fucking
know
Stop.
as someone who suffers with
Fucking hell.
anxiety, talking to
Alright.
someone who suffers with anxiety.
float away then. in your-
Jesus Christ, what is happening here? Calm down, everybody. Seth wants to say something.
Right. It's Stazor. I don't know why you keep talking about anxiety issues. The original conversation and what Deidre is continuing to talk about is about you're saying that sugar is the cause of people's behavioral disorder when it comes to ADHD.
Yes, ADHD.
And hold on,
nothing to do with anxiety.
hold on. So
Look it up in a medical book.
hold on. So when she brings that up again and says that it's not very scientific for you to say that sugar is the cause of people's ADHD, and you start talking about anxiety, that's not very well.
No, I didn't say that. She mentioned anxiety, not me.
That was a comparison.
No, which
was
is a
a
bad
comparison.
We
one.
made a
Which is a bad
comparison.
one. Which is a bad one.
Why is it a bad one?
Your-
Because
your
it's not.
se- your serotonin
Because you don't
levels
like
have got nothing
ADHD,
to
so we
do
can
with
we
sugar.
can throw
Sorry.
that. We can throw
No,
ADHD out the
just
window
better-
because you don't particularly like
I'm
that
just
one.
I'm just better versed in science than you are. Sorry about you.
God.
Oh,
Sorry
baby.
about it. If you want to confuse anxiety, which has got to do with serotonin levels and sugar, be my fucking guest.
I was saying.
Be my fucking guest.
That one might have issues with like the neural pathways.
One might have issues with me being a fairy. Not the same shit. If you want to
Oh my
confuse,
goodness.
completely
Yes,
different
ADHD is
medical-
just
if you
about
wanna-
sugar.
if you want
It's
to
just about sugar. How
If you want to
simple.
confuse two complete different medical things, be my guest. I'm telling you, they are completely separate issues.
I'm saying
Are you not
ADHD
listening
is
to me?
not neurotypical
Then
behavior.
where am I saying that ADHD
it's
is
not-
even remotely close to having an anxiety attack? Nothing. Nowhere did I even make that claim.
Nobody-
Nowhere.
Neither did I.
Anxiety attack.
She did because she made the fucking...
No.
No. She was
No,
talking
what?
about.
I hope you know this is live and it's being recorded.
No.
Rewind me.
Yeah, feel
Rewind,
free.
please. Yeah, that's what Matt Bell said until it owned his fucking ass.
He's making a comparison between
Comparison which I never made.
I made the comparison of how you're
making a comparison she did.
people. You're writing people off. That's the comparison.
What am I writing off? I'm trying to clearly distinguish between. I never made a link between sugar and anxiety. Never did, never will.
That's like me saying that your anxiety is caused by caffeine. Cut the caffeine. If you cut the caffeine, you wouldn't have anxiety.
You just made that as a joke.
No, I did make it as a joke. As somebody that has anxiety, I can make jokes like that. I feel free. I'm going to make that joke.
So therefore, you're free to make jokes and I can't.
Where was your joke? You were serious.
Once again, you missed the fucking point.
You were serious.
Why don't I say something that is actually interesting and you just go, I feel butthurt, and then leave the room? Because that's normally what happens.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know.
Wow,
Not my fault.
We just started. It's already a shitstorm.
It is a shit
You
storm.
love it, Art. You love it, Art. It's what Sty does.
A little bit.
What do you mean it's what Sty does?
Every time,
I don't tell
every
you
time
that
you
they
speak,
do
oh my
this.
gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh, rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid fire. It's never gonna end. It's never gonna end. I'm gonna just keep talking because I'm Styzor. I'm Styzor. I gotta be right. I gotta be right. I know science and stuff. I know math. I gotta be right. And by the way, your god is fake. By the way.
Yeah, you actually sound like a theist. Congratulations.
Well, she's a theist.
No, I mean, honestly, Sty, you sound like a theist. It's a pretty piss poor argument to sit here.
Well, at least I'm fucking drunk.
ADHD, sugar, the end.
These people are sober.
These for argument to buttress your general point.
At least I get drunk. These fuckers actually mean what they say.
Guys,
Must be
I'm
wrong.
fucking drunk. At least I can enjoy the funny side of it.
I'm drunk too. I can handle my shit. Damn it, you're supposed to be fucking what? What are you, Scottish or whatever? You're supposed to handle your drink.
These fuckers are funny, trying to say ADHD is somehow related to fucking sugar. I never said that.
Yes, you did. Yes,
She
you
alluded
did.
to it because
Yes, you did.
just
Like
because
so
I
many
said
times.
that so fuckers shouldn't have so much sugar. Well,
Just
I
because
think,
I said it
That's
doesn't mean I
like
said it.
I'll tell you what you fucking said. You said to me, well, I'll give you that. Some people oversubscribe sugar as an ADHD.
No,
No, that's not what I said.
I swear to God, when you watched this back at the
Some
beginning,
people
you said that. As soon as you said it. I know that.
She said it was very simple. She said
Complete my sentence.
probably overdiagnosed.
No fucking shit, it's overdiagnosed. It's from the 90s. If you are technically ADHD, you're more than likely just suffering with too much sugar in your fucking
Oh my
system.
gosh, here we go
just
again.
said it.
If you have anxiety, you probably just have too much caffeine in your system. You got
I'm sorry.
caffeine.
Anxiety's got nothing to do with being hyperactive, you fucking ass clown. It's got nothing to
You do know that caffeine can increase anxiety. You know that, right?
Yeah,
You do know
and
that,
it's not got
right?
anything to do with sugar.
Caffeine
Has
can
got any sugar in
increase
it
anxiety.
whatsoever? No.
Caffeine can increase
Exactly. You just
anxiety.
fail
We're
at
talking about the
chemistry.
drug caffeine.
Increasing my anxiety. I had no idea that Sty was
Fail at chemistry.
Let's talk
Caffeine has
about
got no sugar in it whatsoever.
Let's
So
talk
how
about-
has that got
I'm
to do
not
with
talking
sugar?
about sugar. I'm talking
So
about the drug
so
called
what are you
caffeine.
talking about then? It's just bizarre. What is your point?
It's talking about writing off
That's not the
somebody.
point.
You're writing off somebody. You're writing off ADHD, sugar,
That's-
anxiety. I could do that with anxiety.
Oh, you annoying American cunt!
Stop.
Oh, he said the C word.
Chill, dude. Fucking hell, Styzor. You were so nice yesterday. What the fuck happened? Is it the drinking? Damn it. Handle your fucking booze. This is your first strike, dude. Fucking hell. First strike. Okay? Remember this.
You gotta take a breath here, Sty. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Seth, how you doing?
I'm peachy. How are you?
Good. I'm doing alright, I think.
Aren't you? Oh my God.
We have a new guy here, Laszlo. Hey, Laszlo. Oh, I've seen you. I've seen you before in the Hangouts. Can you speak, sir? Yes. Hey, how you doing?
I'm not an idiot, Sty, but thanks for that.
You're I unbroadcasted you so I can get a word in. You can speak now, Sty. I only give you a first strike for that, untasteful insult.
When Sty calls somebody a cunt, it just means that he really respects them.
That is actually kind of true, but usually. But in this case, I think that wasn't it. So I'm pretty sure. Oh, wow. So, guys, did you watch my hangout yesterday? To the end of it, okay, I had two hangouts. The second hangout, Nephilim Free joined. He was arguing for immaterial stuff, and he was saying that if materialism is true and concepts are material, then when you think of an apple, it literally manifests itself in your brain. Like a literal apple pops into your head. That's his view of materialism.
Right, because, there can't be a digital manifestation of an apple in a computer. Those are actual apples.
Yep, that's the exact example I brought. And he claimed I proved his point along with Revelation News. It's
Well, I mean, if that's the kind of physical apple that manifests in my brain, then I don't have a problem with that.
right.
Well, I don't really have a problem with materialism, anyways. I'm not necessarily materialist. I'm not a strict materialist.
Oh yeah, I know. Actually, I heard you say that. Damn it! I did not know you're a heretic, Seth. Atheist heretic.
Well, as I'm kind of a Neoplatonist. I think that concepts are things that exist, and
Okay, Seth.
that's
Okay, Seth.
I'm
That's
a
strike.
materialist.
That's strike one, Seth. Not kidding. Well, I'm not necessarily materialist either. I mean, I could allow, no, without a problem, I could allow something to be immaterial. It's just that I haven't had a reason to propose anything material. I can reduce anything to material, ultimately. Be it a thought, be it a concept, be it a, well, that's the only thing that kind of people call immaterial. Uh, yeah, that I can reduce this in a brain to be something material, ultimately. So.
Right. I'm not sure materialism is the claim. And there might be an actual specific type of materialism that says that everything is contingent on material reality. But the fact that there are properties that exist, right? That the fact that I have the property of, say, valuing true propositions or true propositions. The fact that those things exist and they're used to they actually have effects on the real material world seems to suggest that there are things that exist that are not material.
Well, you know, okay, are you familiar with how computer works? Like, more or less in depth, digital
Right.
code?
On what level? Like logic gates or?
Right, well, take a simple logic circuit. We have two voltages, right? 0 and 5 volts, that's usually how it works. You have logic gates, right? And if you complicate it a bit more, you have a monitor. And let's say a memory in which you can encode an image that is then sent to the drivers to the monitor, which then decodes it and switches on specific pixels of specific properties, right? That's what's happening in your brain to an extent, except in a different computation.
Right. I understand that, but I think that those the fact that that's going on in my brain is I'm not saying that there's something immaterial going on in my brain that makes me think of that concept. The thing is that the fact that I can think of that concept, the thing that makes that concept true, is non-physical and exists.
Ooh, what do you mean makes that concept true? Like, let's say, The sky is blue. What makes that concept true? That is immaterial.
What makes the concept the sky is blue true?
Yes. Or
Well,
what
that's
do you
another
mean?
good. That's another good. Oh, the fact that there are people that exist who the fact that
Are colorblind?
there are entities that exist that experience
Qualia?
yeah qualia blue when they look at the sky.
Okay, but what's the true thing? You mentioned that there is immaterial thing that makes concepts true. What is that? Why do you need it? Unless I misunderstood you.
No, that's what I said. I'm not actually sure what I mean by that.
Okay. Well,
I'm thinking.
okay. Fair enough. It is a complicated subject. I, I don't fully understand how our thoughts and concepts works either. I have a good idea, and I use mostly computer analogies. I mean, if you want to maybe dig into this, I really suggest reading a little bit about how computers work on the really deep level, logic gates, voltages, um, and you can make an analogy to the brain, right? Even though it doesn't work exactly like that, it's different. But the way the brain works is much more complicated, and it's hard to explain it.
A brain is not a computer.
It is.
It's not.
Well, in what sense?
A brain can literally. A brain can change its network, which is nodal synapses. If you look at a computer, it's not possible for the computer to do this. It's hardwired to go left and right.
Well, a computer.
If a brain gets damaged, it can find a way around it being damaged. A computer cannot do this thing.
Well,
If you don't believe me, look at the guy who's one of the major proponents of AI and all these guys. They've literally said people have the misconception that a computer that we use in our home is the same thing as our brain. They know they're not the same thing.
I know. I never said it is. I never said it is. Yeah, I know. I know the neural networks in our brain that are organic can change their hardware essentially.
Yeah, a computer.
Normal computer. Well, the
Aren't-
usual computers that we have cannot, but in theory they could.
Yeah, in theory.
Well, that's because the fact that the brain can actually reorganize itself depending on the kind of things that it's doing. I think I've heard the concept of wetware thrown around when talking about brain, when comparing brain with physical computers.
Well, I think the standard idea of a computer versus a brain is a bad idea. Now, there's nothing to say that we can't replicate what a brain does and put that slightly in a computer terminology. I'm not saying that. Just saying what we have today is not the brain. We try and do it software-wise, which is a lot different than hardware.
We do have hardware. We do have hardware neural networks actually.
Well, yeah, that's very much in the lab. It's not like something we fucking mass produce. That's very high end.
Yeah, but it's because it's kind of complicated and it's
it's complicated.
There's not much need for it as of yet. But I've seen articles.
We don't understand it. Is the point? We don't understand.
No, we do.
No, we don't.
We do. There's whole lectures from credible universities that do explain neural networks.
Well, I can say to you the people who are on the front end or the very cutting edge of AI and brain stuff literally say we need to change the idea of what a computer is in regards to what we have in our homes. They're not the same thing. A brain is not a computer. That's the misconception of what a computer does.
When you say that, we have, people who understand neural networks, how far have we gotten to that? I mean, I would imagine that if that deep down for our brain to make sense, that there must be some kind of biological, what's what I'm looking for here?
Well, I think we're trying to say the pattern.
I was actually asking Art, but I was asking if there's some.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I'm not stupid, Seth. It's not-
No, it was
I
just a
know.
question that
It's
came
not
to me.
not stupid.
Well, yeah, we don't understand it completely in a sense of we don't know what's the exact functionality of human brain's neural network, but we do understand the main power of neural networks is that they're an analog computer, right? A classical computer that we have now is a more of a serial kind of thing,
Well,
where you have
what I'm trying to ask is if we found some kind of
No, would be the answer.
some kind of biological parallel with logic gates.
No,
if we have developed a paralogic, like a neural network.
no, D isn't. If you was to compare the gates of what you're saying, logical gates, if you're looking at a brain, you're talking about a quantum gate. The reason why we want to develop a quantum computer because it's more representative of a brain. A brain is a quantum gate. It does yes and no at the same time. I think this is your confusion here.
I don't think we have that. No, it might be
No, we
functioning.
do. It just doesn't work.
No, wait. We okay. Everything
Mechanical.
everything essentially in our world is quantum mechanics because that's the ultimate basis for everything in our reality. However, the functionality of the brain and neural networks, the way is operating on much more macro principles of classical physics.
It's my understanding that where
this is not an easy
significant brain chemistry takes place is on a scale that averages out quantum physics. So it's not really it's not really a quantum computer.
No,
in much of the same way that cars are also, I mean, deep down, cars also have quantum principles, right? The quantum physics works in cars, but because the scale is much larger, it all averages out. So cars.
Well, this is. I will agree with this. There's no problem with the computer there in that regard, Seth. It's only scale. If you look at the fundamentals of a brain, it is a quantum weird computer, right? We know that from measurements.
I don't know. Well,
how it applies from what Art says is it is a binary system, right? In how it operates, how we can understand it.
Binary, really.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm trying to say, but the underlying principles is a lot more complex, and that what we call quantum. I'm not trying to say that's the actual thing, but let's give it a generic term. It would be quantum, right? It's a yes and no. It's not the same as the gate that we would technically apply to a fucking computer, sadly. But
no,
it's still trying.
Quantum doesn't mean the same thing as binary. Quantum is, discrete packets of information.
Yes, which can also not be in one place and be at the same place at the same time, which is what your brain does very well. Plants do it. A plant, when it photosynthesizes, literally uses quantum mechanics, or at least a set of rules of quantum mechanics that literally puts a photon wherever it wants to be, or whatever it needs to be, without the plant actually saying where it should be, which is weird. And if you don't believe me, it's on the BBC.
Well, because the mechanisms evolved like that.
No, I know, but so if we're not any different than a plant. We still live in the same system as a plant.
Well,
we're not any different than a plant.
We're not in a closed system here. We are not in a closed system to a plant. A plant does it because.
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, so what was your point again?
I
was making a point. I was just asking because in neurobiology interests me, and I was wondering. I always figured, not always figured, but I figured for a while now when reading about neuroscience and how computers work, that deep down our brains must work on some kind of, on some level, there must be some kind of logic gate that allows our brains to function like a computer. It would explain a lot, at least.
Yeah, I'm not exactly. I haven't studied neural networks for a long time. Not that I study them in depth anyway, but neurons do act kind of like logic gates. The main difference there is that because of the amount of neurons and amount of connections, it's kind of like comparing a radio transmission or a satellite transmission on a cable, which has a frequency, right? It's back and forth frequencies of the current, which after a certain amount of ticks, right, frequencies, gives you a packet, right, and then it's decoded into information. The way neural network work is kind of like an optic cable, which has so many fibers that it literally can replicate the whole image in one tick, in one blink, right, in one hertz, essentially, right. That's kind of the power of a neural network. Is that one click, one burst of any voltage at all will transmit information immediately and process it immediately. Right? In a serial computer like what we use today, uh, as fast as it still is going to be slower inherently than a neural network because
Well,
you're talking about millions of ticks, millions of hertz.
well, this is the ironic thing about Einstein and what he posited. If you think about distance in relative to time, just because you make stuff smaller doesn't make it faster, which is kind of ironic. Now we use Moore's law if you're savvy with computers.
Well, I mean, in a way, if you make something smaller, it does make it faster in a sense, because if you have the ability to create a smaller computer, like let's say
Okay,
you have
okay.
the ability,
Hold on.
wait, hold on, let me finish though. If you have the ability to shrink all of the computers to, let's say, a small cigarette box,
What would still be the slowest component though?
that doesn't matter because now you
Well,
can.
it does matter. That's the
No, wait,
point.
hold on. Now you can smack in more computing power
And
into the same amount of
yes,
space.
and what would still be the slowest component at that point?
That doesn't matter. It's going to be
It does matter. Are you just hold on?
in
Okay,
total.
all right,
Wait,
all right.
dude, wait. No, wait. No, listen, we're talking cross purposes here.
As someone who's
We're talking cross purposes here, dude.
as
Wait,
someone
hold on,
builds
hold on.
computers,
Damn it.
you're
Damn it, hold
missing the point
Hold
of
on,
this.
listen. Yeah, the speed of the transmission of the signal is going to be the same, essentially,
No,
right?
what is
Speed
the
of
slowest
computation, the
component of
speed
this?
of computation is going to be the same, but you will have much more computational power per measure of
Yes,
a unit of space.
but what is the slowest component in a computer? This is a trick
I'm
question.
not.
I admit it's a
I'm
trick
not
question.
sure myself.
What's the slowest
If you
component?
if
The
if
slow,
you're, if,
the
if you're
slowest,
talking about the PC, then it's going to be the hard disk.
no, the slowest component of a computer is actually a human being.
Huh?
That's a
How is
well-known
a
joke.
human being a part of a computer?
Because you're the user. A computer doesn't by itself do stuff. It
Yeah,
requires.
it can.
No, it can't. It
Yeah,
requires.
it can.
No, listen to me very carefully. It requires input from a human being. A computer doesn't do anything by itself unless it's told to do shit. The slowest component will always be the human being. In fact, this joke is in a very well-known program. I don't know if you've ever seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Have you ever seen that?
Yep.
Yeah, when they asked the computer what's the answer to the universe. That's the point, right? If you ask a dumb question, you get a dumb answer. It's a good joke.
People have made, in fact, we already have made computers that can do trillions and quadrillions of calculations
Yeah.
with only one small input of a human.
Yep.
And he just needs to press the start button a second.
Exactly. That's the dumbest component as a human.
No, if
It is.
if the slowest component of the human, if the slowest component of the computer was a human,
That's the dumbest
then
bit.
then the calculating power of the computer would be bottlenecked through
That's the funny
ability,
bit.
but it's not. No, because
No, it's the
no,
funny part.
no, it's
Because-
separate. These are separate
Art,
things, separate
art,
entities.
you're taking it too serious. Look, think about it, right?
You're
Think about
taking it too
No.
too abstract and too
No,
poetic.
I'm trying to point out a very good joke. Like it's in one of the most famous comedian. I wouldn't say comedian. This is the wrong word. It's in one of the most favorable, funniest shows that's based on funny shit, which is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The computer is dumb because humans. Well, I wouldn't say humans. It was mice in the film, but whatever. The point being is, the slowest component in a computer is a human being. The computer can do all this crazy, beautiful stuff, but it's still the dumb human who's telling it what to do. That's the funny part, you see. We become redundant at this point. Hence why Stephen Hawkins and other people, Elon Musk, have said, we need to ban AI from the planet or robots. Because if they ever think even remotely close to us, they will probably kill us. Because they will think we're fucking stupid. Or we're
I disagree with them. As much as I respect those people, I disagree with them.
Well, you can. That's fine.
What we mean by AI is not necessarily a analog to a human in all of its sort of properties. As in wait, hold on. As in having the propensity or having the need to gain power and having the need to survive and sustain ourselves.
Doesn't require any of that to be intelligent. Humans don't even have to.
Right. No, but we humans have this, and that's why we have these scenarios of. Yeah, exactly. Right. That's why we don't need to do an AI that has these properties.
The same way. No, I don't want robots who've got all.
No, that's what I'm saying. We do not make robots that have these properties.
I fucking hope not.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. I mean, this is. I'm surprised that I didn't notice this. I mean,
surprised at what these guys are telling you. If we think that we know what intelligence is, and we artificially, that's the big A in AI is artificial. It doesn't mean that's true. It means that we're mimicking intelligence. It's not saying it is intelligence. And if you use the Turing test, which says that because you can blag a human being, therefore it's intelligence, that's bullshit as well. I mean, these guys aren't dumb. They're saying, look, if we create something that we think is intelligent, pretty sure it's going to be a disaster, because it will. Because we're not even intelligent. We think we're intelligent because people go around saying God made us. God didn't make us. We're learning as we go. That's like me giving a child a nuclear weapon. Figure it out. Oh, did you blow yourself up? Oh, well, figure it out. That's not a great idea for anybody who's intelligent. Just saying. Bit bizarre. I like Stephen Hawkins. Don't totally agree on the whole, black hole shit, but I think he's a bit correct when it comes to killing each other over fucking robots. Who's the other guy? Elon Musk. He said the same shit. He's the guy who owns Google.
Yeah, but Elon Musk is a businessman. Stephen Hawking is a physicist. None of them are qualified to even talk about.
No, but one's a multi-gazillionaire and the other one just discovered black holes. Pretty sure I would rely on them, at least for an opinion. Not saying that they're true, but an opinion would be nice.
No, they do. Their opinion doesn't matter when it comes to outside of their expertise.
Okay, then. So who in the expertise says it's a great idea to make artificial?
I don't know. Exactly. I don't know, but I don't have to.
Exactly. No, hold on a minute. You can't have a counter argument and then say what's counter argument.
I didn't look into that, so just because I don't know.
That's a shitty reason to say I don't know.
That's not a reason. I'm not providing an argument. You are. You're saying
I'm trying to have a fucking conversation.
Let's then have it, damn it.
We are trying-ish.
Trying-ish, yeah, but we're both drunk anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So fucking high five. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Fucking aliens are real, so is God. Fucking, it's a weird fucking world we live in.
Aliens are more probable than God.
Yeah, that is true. That is actually factually true, because there's no reason why God should be even a mathematical equation, because how can you apply parameters to something that doesn't have any? We can apply parameters to life because we exist in a uniformed universe, or a universe that's uniform. That's why we can apply the alien conundrum. I'm not saying that we were made by aliens, but it's more likely than that happened than fucking Jesus showing up, disappearing, and then we all wait 2,000 years for him never to show up again. Just saying. Aliens is more logical. I sound like Arcane saying that, but fuck it, I don't care. It's probably more true than Jesus. And I'm not saying that because I think that weird way. It's mathematically that way. There's no probability of God. None. Zip. Nada. You can't even mathematically include God in any equation because it has no parameters. I don't know why people don't understand that shit, but okay. Well, how do you measure God if it's someone's opinion? You can't. You can measure aliens because we exist, because we live on a planet that goes around the sun. We know, more or less, that it requires a certain temperature to form ice or water or heat. We know the distance between us and the sun. We know if we lived on planet Mars, we'd be dead. We know if we lived on Mercury, we'd be dead. We know if we lived on every other planet, we'd be dead. The reason why this planet's special is because it's in a little special place. It's called the Goldilocks zone, right? You know that. Now, we didn't even think 30 years ago that planets actually existed around other suns in the sky. 30 years. Oh no, that's just fucking funny, that is. Really? Well, we found them. They're called exoplanets. In fact, we found so many that we found these fucking things that look like our planet, which is bizarre. Big ones, small ones, weird ones, but they look like ours. And lo and behold, they're in the same place, the Goldilocks zone. They're in this little special place where it's just hot enough and just cold enough where you can form water. Now, water to us is a very special thing. Do you know why that is? Because most of our body's fucking made of water.
Yeah, hey dude,
Bonkers.
I'm getting really wasted, and I do think I can handle the moderation of the hangout. So I'm gonna be dropping off, and I'm gonna jump it into Nadia's hangout.
Are you gonna go to Nadia's, really?
Yeah, I cannot.
It's
I'm too
Trump.
drunk. I'm too drunk, dude. I cannot handle moderating this shit.
You don't need to moderate. Just go and join Nadia's hangout and let her non-balls. That's just horrible.
No.
That's just.
Well, hey, you could open yours. I mean, maybe I'll jump in.
You know what? I'm gonna open a hangout.